So that clicking, that's what they call the click of death. If you start hearing that, it's time to replace that drive. Alright, today I'm taking a look at the Western Digital. This is the WD_black gaming hard drive disk. So this is a mechanical hard drive. There it is. Very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a speed test on this. Okay, so I'm in Windows 11, so I'm going to right-click Start, hit Disk Management. So I'm right-clicking on the drive, New Simple Volume. Next. Yeah, we'll call it D. And Quick Format, and go. So the new hard drive is on there, and we'll run Crystal Disk Mark. Now, what this is going to tell me is the thing running properly? Now, these are rated supposedly for up to 200 megabytes per second, which is pretty fast for a mechanical hard drive, and they do that by having a lot of dense data. But in practicality, I expect around 100 to 120 megabytes per second. So let's see what we actually get. Okay, that's very good. So it's getting 255 megabytes read. Okay, so that is actually excellent. 260 megabytes per second. For a mechanical hard drive, that's extremely good. So here we go. So we got about 260 read, 260 write. Those are excellent speeds. Like I said before, I usually expect around 120 megabytes per second max. So 260 is very good. So that's one of the reasons why I went with the WD Black. This is a fairly dense hard drive, so it's able to pack more information in a smaller space. And because the speed is always the same, 7200 RPM, this is able to get a very high throughput. So that's excellent. This is probably the fastest speed you're ever going to find on a mechanical hard drive. So for the 1 megabyte, doesn't matter if it's 8 process 1 thread or 1 process 1 thread, it's still getting around 260 megabytes per second regardless. For the random at 32 process 1 thread, it's about 3, and 5 it's actually writing faster than it's reading, which is kind of weird. Again, this is for the 4 kilobyte files, and in 2021 you don't see a lot of those. Most of them are going to be pretty big, but if you do see a lot, that's still a reasonable speed. Now the main thing I'm looking for when I'm doing this, and every time I get a new hard drive I always do this test, is because I have actually plugged in hard drives where I was getting 20 megabytes per second read and write. So as soon as I saw that, I packed that thing back up and sent it back out, because that's no good. So I know this hard drive at least works at a very respectable speed, so now I'm going to plug this thing in and get everything written over. Alright, so I've got Macrium Reflect. This is what I'm using. This is free software, and I've got this hard drive right here. I'm going to hit clone this disk. So I click on the disk, clone the disk, and I'm going to clone to this one. So I'm going to hit next and finish. Okay, so now I'm just going to run this, and this is going to take quite some time because we're talking about 8 terabytes of worth of data, but when it gets done, we'll see if it works. Yeah, let's do this hard drive run now. So I'm at 85%. So I definitely got this hard drive just in time. Alright, so 19 hours, 17 minutes, and we've got a clone. And that hard drive, like, you can hear that thing. It is done. So this one is about to come out, and so you can see this is the new hard drive, and you can see it mapped it exactly like the old hard drive. So we have 8 terabytes and we have 2 terabytes unused. So we have to extend this to add those 2 terabytes. So I'm right-clicking on Start, go to Disk Management. And here I have it. So now I'm going to right-click on this and hit Extend Volume. And just whatever the default is, we'll hit Next and Finish. And there we go. So now I have this set to the full 10 terabytes. We're done here. File exit. Alright, and now unplug the power and the SATA, and the drive comes right out. So there it is. It's not listed here. It's at 10 terabytes. It was listing as I, so to correct that, go to Disk Management, So I just found the drive, right click on it, go to change drive letter and paths, and then I hit change, and then I found F, and then hit OK. And then everything is right back to where it was before.